What up, guys? Kevin here. Dan Stapleton, our good old buddy Dan Stapleton with IGN. What's his role? IGN's executive editor of reviews. Now, me and him went back and forth a couple of months back about I thought it was a bad Shin Megami Tensei 5 review. I think a lot of people found it pretty awful. I think, you know what? It seemed to line up quite well with YouTube getting rid of the dislike button or being able to see the amount of dislikes. Yeah, that review went live, then a few days later, YouTube said, nope. You're not allowed to see how many dislikes there are, which sucks because there's been times where, at least 3 times where I watched a video where dislike button probably would have saved me quite a few minutes. But, I can't put that on IGN, but it just lines up a little too conveniently. But Dan Stapleton, we went a little bit back and forth. He was playing dumb about the criticism of that review, whatever. We've all moved on. However, something happened in the news. Microsoft, Xbox, are going to buy Activision Blizzard. And there's a lot of people crying about it. A lot of people happy about it. I am in the camp of, maybe they could have used that money elsewhere, but I get it business-wise. It's a great move. And now news reports coming out that it was Activision Blizzard that went knocking on Microsoft's door to say, hey, can you buy me? And Microsoft went, what do we got? How about $68.7 billion? Deal, done. That's how it worked out. And I'm tired of this image that Microsoft bought every damn studio that made every game out there. No, they bought how many? 5, 10, 15 studios out of how many game studios out there? Thousands? Okay, they make World of Warcraft. Oh, they do. Wait, Blizzard does. But Call of Duty, that's the big one. That's the most popular game, the best-selling game ever. I mean, I think seeing how Xbox handled Minecraft, I think they handled that pretty well. They took Minecraft at the time, which was still popular, kept its popularity growing, and it's the best-selling game of all time. So I am not worried about how they're going to treat Activision Blizzard games. I don't think they can be doing much worse than the way Activision Blizzard is treating their own games. I think we may like this new Activision Blizzard. But, hey, if you like the annualized Call of Duty and every studio under Activision Blizzard pretty much making Call of Duty, and Overwatch 2, Diablo 4, just in eternal development hell and never going to come out, always going to be delayed, hey, I guess that's what you're asking for. Or I don't know what. I don't get it. I think studios are allowed to go, hey, we're for sale, and somebody can go and buy them. Even if it's Microsoft, who made a pretty big purchase with Bethesda, who was having issues at the time as well. But Dan Stapleton put out a tweet, unless you own Microsoft stock, there's no reason to cheer on acquisitions like this. Studios that had been making multi-platform games will now be forced exclusively on Xbox and PC. That's good for Xbox, not good for consumer choice. Well, first and foremost, you have absolutely zero evidence that Call of Duty is now going to be exclusive to Xbox platforms. And hell, we don't even have any proof. Well, we got a little bit of proof that Bethesda games will be exclusive to Xbox. But right now, every Bethesda game that's launched since Xbox has bought them has come out on PlayStation. Even Deathloop, PlayStation only. Ghostwire Tokyo, PlayStation only. Starfield was sounding like PlayStation was going to lock them up. I think there's a reason why Xbox went and had to go buy Bethesda. There was probably no other way to get those games on Xbox or have to deal with a very long timed exclusivity without those games. And they still are. They still got to wait, a year for Deathloop? Probably Tokyo, Ghostwire Tokyo. So, there's still not complete 100% evidence that Bethesda games will be exclusive to Xbox. So let's just say those are. But we have zero effing evidence and probably should be ashamed of yourself that you are at IGN throwing this baseless quote out there that, oh yeah, the games are definitely going to be exclusive to Xbox. You have zero evidence. Phil Spencer said a quote saying they're not going to do that. So you can read into it all you want, but, you could say, well, Phil said this, but who knows? It would suck if it does happen, but yeah, cry me a river. Like, even if they do, we see how PlayStation, the ones that are number one, the ones where even with Final Fantasy games still going to Xbox, people considered PlayStation the place to play those games. But they feel the need to go lock up every game, and that was their strategy. Their strategy is pretty much every big AAA game, third-party game. Sony has won around with their checkbook, and instead of maybe buying more studios or giving their games bigger budgets or getting more creative with their dollars, no, they're spending their monies to keep content off Xbox. This guy said, I'd argue it's a pretty good thing for consumers who enjoy a Call of Duty game now and again, but wouldn't pay $60 for one like him. It'll be on Game Pass now, which is a pretty big win. That said, market consolidation isn't generally a good thing for consumers, so cheering is odd. There is a company called Tencent buying all these studios. I think that's why Microsoft is stepping in. Do you hear wasn't there like a story yesterday or the other day about Tencent like limiting playtime and taking pictures of people's faces so Chinese kids can't log on to their uncle's account? Yeah, that's who we're dealing with here. So, and again, Microsoft bought what? 10, 15 studios out of thousands? Yeah, so shut the F up, man. Microsoft could have gotten every past, present, and future COD game on Game Pass for a tiny fraction of this amount without buying up the whole publisher and inevitably locking out people who chose to buy PlayStations instead of Xboxes or PCs. Well, first off, this deal ain't coming out until next year. So this COD is going to be on PlayStation. Probably the next COD too, just because if the deal falls apart. That game is pretty much going to would have to be close to being done at that time. They're not just going to quickly scrounge to make a PlayStation port. No, so next year as well. But yeah, you have zero evidence that that's the case. And guess what? If there's any buddy between with exclusivity, you would want it to be Microsoft because they are putting their games day and date on PC, on console, and on Game Pass it's not free. Game Pass isn't free, but it's pretty much close to free with $1 for your first time and $10 a month, and you can still buy the game outright. Yeah. I think that's it. So, yeah, and this whole they could have just used the money to lock it up. No, no. No, it's about gaining IP. It is about building up Game Pass. Even if those games are or do come to PlayStation 5, having a Game Pass version, yeah, that's going to get people to subscribe. And yeah, you just have zero evidence. That's the thing. Is just zero evidence what Xbox is going to do with Activision Blizzard games. Zero evidence. That's game journalism for you, right? Phil just said this isn't a short-term acquisition. They've seen Activision Blizzard's pipeline and are excited for many projects in the years to come. So I agree with you that it's weird to cheer these things on. But as a Game Pass user, there could be a lot of benefit for me. Yeah, there are Game Pass users that go, yes, you're feeding me. PlayStation buys studios. PlayStation does everything that they can to make their user base happy and feed them to the point of making games exclusive that would have came to them already, but they're like, no, we want this to feel special for you, so you get to play a game that no one else gets to play. That never gets called out. Never gets called out. Never gets called out. And that's what really makes me mad. I don't like these companies doing that type of exclusivity deals. Buying a studio outright, fine, cool. You're going to take them on. You're going to support them. All right, you get to do whatever you want with those games. Yeah, we don't even know what decisions will be made yet. Maybe do a little, journalism and reach an opinion based on that. They bought Minecraft and locked no one out. Call of Duty may be too big for them to gate. Time will tell. Yeah, Minecraft. And people keep saying, I've even seen Xbox guys, they say keep the communities there. That just means like Warzone. Any new Call of Duty game. Well, we got a new Minecraft game, Minecraft Dungeons. That game came to Nintendo and PlayStation. So if I had to guess, you put a gun to my head and I have to guess right, I would say Call of Duty games for now until at least the near future are going to be going everywhere. I think. Oh, well, Xbox fans have been told by a PlayStation for these games for years. Now it's our turn. Yep. That's what we've been told. To be fair, they tried this with Final Fantasy, and people complain that those games were added too slowly and that they leave after a year. Like Netflix, I think Game Pass will start focusing on original content, and we'll see less third-party deals, and the price is going to go up. Yeah, I don't like, Final Fantasy 12 supposedly is going to maybe leave soon, and that's only been up for a year. These games are just too long. I think they need at least 2-year time frame on Game Pass. Will the price go up? They all go up. I mean, Netflix just went up to like $20 a month. Yeah. No, thank you. But again, the difference between like Game Pass and Netflix is you can buy the games outright. You get a deal if you got Game Pass and you want to buy the game. And there's like microtransactions and other things and stuff that Microsoft can still make money on that they don't necessarily need to keep hiking up the price over and over. I'm not saying they won't, but got to remember, these are two separate things. Netflix, I guess you could probably buy DVDs and seasons, but I don't think Netflix makes any money if you go, man, I love that TV season. Let me go buy it on Blu-ray at Best Buy. They don't get any money. You going, man, I love this game. Let me go ahead and buy it on the Microsoft store. They still make money from that. Like PlayStation continues to lock out Square Enix games. Sort of like that, yeah. Where are you dudes getting the idea that I like it when Sony or anybody else does this? Hey, maybe he has tweets out about it. We just had news stories last couple weeks. Final Fantasy mainline games locked up. I'm sure a good friend here, Dan Stapleton, has some tweets about that. How it's not fair for the Xbox user base who just now got pretty much all the modern Final Fantasy games and even Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. Hey, I'm sure he has a bunch of tweets about that. Not sort of like that. It is like that. Same energy. Difference is one of them is forcing exclusivity despite the studio remaining third party. The other is investing in a company and taking on an entire workforce, their debts and interests and troubles. Don't act like it's the same. It ain't. Well, no, because a timed exclusive is only sort of like something being exclusive forever. Again, though, where are you getting the idea that I like when Sony does it? Are you sure you're not thinking of someone completely different? Hey, show us the tweets. Say, hey, man, look at this tweet here where I was upset about it. Microsoft does something, you go, whoa. Got to put out a tweet and let the world know how I feel. PlayStation doesn't. I don't think you put out those tweets. I don't think you let the world know how you feel. I think you just feel bad for the sake of this argument. And when you log off Twitter from this and you go, I don't care. You're going back to not caring. A timed exclusive. Oh, you referring to Final Fantasy VII Remake, whose exclusivity keeps getting nonsensically extended for no reason other than to prevent other platforms. Show me your article on that. I'll wait. Yeah. Like this. Hey, let's open it up. Okay, yeah, they reported that it's exclusive. So is this article going to have, how dare they do it? Blah, blah, blah. Exclusive for 6 more months, which I think is up, by the way, right? So hopefully we get something. I would love to replay that on my Series X. Yeah, okay, they're just stating the facts here. Has not come to PC. It has come to PC by now. Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider was launched exclusively on Xbox One. I think we saw a lot of the Sony guys really upset about that one. Yeah, I don't see anything that says, how dare they? Yeah, okay, cool. You wrote an article explaining the obvious. Okay, but you didn't say how upset you were about it. I mean, you made sure to announce that you're upset about the Activision Blizzard deal, but you're just stating that, oh yeah, it got extended for Final Fantasy VII Remake on PlayStation 5. You didn't say you're upset about it, though. Yeah, that's our good old buddy, Dan Stapleton. That's IGN. They are bozos. Even their Xbox guys are kind of bozos. Like, I don't know. They did an interview with, like, Phil Spencer. It was, like, one of the worst interviews Phil Spencer has done. They were just asking such boring questions. I'm like, dude, you got Phil Spencer there, and you're just asking stuff we heard over and over again. All right. Hey, like, I don't even follow this guy. This guy's tweets keeps coming across my feed, but that's IGN for you. Look, they are biased towards Sony. People hate Microsoft. People hate American companies for some reason. I know that's the reason why I root for Xbox over PlayStation. America first. I do support all the PlayStation American studios and Japanese studios. Well, I like JRPGs. I just like gaming. I don't really take sides. That's why I own everything. I don't care. But let's just point out the hypocrisy and move on with our lives. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.